Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Got some cows behind me, Dexter cows to be specific, and we've been looking forward to this here on the property for a while. We've had a couple cattle here before, but we sold them off last year, and we've been wanting to get started with a Dexter herd. So this is the beginning of it. This is a cow calf. The calf is about 6 months old, and the cow is supposed to be bred. Hopefully like an early fall is when she's due. But we just got them here. We just got them unloaded. They've never been on electric before, so this is all new to them. We do have the mesh fence. We had that before we started running electric, but they've never been on like poly braid wire before. Our gate here has 5 strands, so that's fine. But the other perimeter, I just set up 3. We're going to keep them down here until they get comfortable with it, or they've never been on electric, and then eventually the plan is to put them in with the sheep and run the cattle and the sheep together, with the chickens following up behind them. So the Dexters, I'll spin it around here so y'all can see them instead of me. Oh, but thanks to Jordan, thank you, appreciate it. They seem to be a great fit here. But got the I think her name, if I remember, is Toffee, and the calf's name is Tippy. Toffee and Tippy. And Jordan, if you see this, you can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But we got them in here. They got shocked a couple times checking out that line over there. But they were only in here 30 seconds before they hit the fence. And honestly, now they're seeming okay. I didn't get their water set up before I went to get them this morning. So as soon as I finish the video, I got to go get water set up for them and get them access to that. But right now they're on some thick grass. This whole bottom flood, well, not the whole bottom, just that little corner flooded there about a month or so ago. And because of that, we moved. You can see way up on the hill is our sheep are up there right now. Normally our sheep are down here this time of the year, but the sheep are getting ready to lamb, so we're like, let's just keep them up close to the house so we can keep a better eye on them with lambing. And then as soon as their lambs are big enough to kind of, we feel comfortable, we'll be bringing them down here with the cattle. But they've got some tall grasses. I know some people would use a weed eater, like the perimeter. It's just so much easier for me to take the mower. It's so much faster. Take the mower, get close to the lines, keep these lines hot. I've still got some down along the creek. I still got some high tensile wire I gotta clean up a little bit where the flooding put some debris on the line. So it's not running as hot as it normally does, but it's hot enough that it was deterring them from getting out. The next thing other than water is getting a shade structure for them. Got to get them a spot where they can get out of the sun. But all that's to be done. My wife jokes you want to get a project done on the farm, you want to get an animal project done, get the animal first, and then everything else goes into hyperspeed because you got to get it done. Not the biggest fan of that philosophy, but it does work. But anyway, just wanted to show you to the new animals on the farm. So Toffee, 2-year-old cow, a Dexter cow, and Tippy, a little heifer, 6-month-old heifer. And she will end up probably maxing out around 800 pounds or so. And I guess I'll go ahead and give you some of the reasons why we chose Dexter. And this is a little bit of a trial for us. So we both grew up around like Angus, Charolais, Limousin, you know, bigger cattle. We've been around that, but both of our families raise cattle. But we wanted to go where we move them every day. We wanted to go with something a little bit smaller not as heavy on the ground, so they're not, when it's wet, they're not putting these huge divots into the ground. And then the other thing about the Dexters is they're normally pretty calm. And she's already let me pet on her at the owner's place before we brought her over here. But they're normally a little bit calmer historically than some of the others. They're not all that way, but they have a tendency to be calm. They tend to max out, like your steers will max out somewhere around 1,000 pounds. But one of the reasons why we wanted to go with the Dexter breed is everything we've heard about their beef is that there's a little bit more marbling in the meat, and it ends up having a really good flavor. I've heard, and we'll find out down the road, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but I've heard that that the flavor and the quality of beef off of Dexter's is really really high-end quality, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for really good beef, but in the process we want really calm animals that we're able to interact with and enjoy here on the farm. But yeah, they seem to be settling in quite well. But those are some of the reasons. Also, I don't know when or if we'll get to it, but Dexters are also known for having good milk. They have a high butterfat content, butterfat content, and makes for some good milk. So we've heard Dexters are good both for beef and for milking. I think they're an Irish descent, so they're a shorter stature, smaller stature cow that only tops off around 1,000 pounds or thereabout. But yeah, that's our Dexters. We've got those to start, and likely some more here coming on the way here soon. So thanks for watching, and hit that like, comment, do all that fun stuff, you know, all the good YouTube things. Thanks, and you all have a good day. Bye.